Tonight we have a little bit of a different video, as it's more of an upgrade, like a game upgrade. Most of the games I have are cartridge only, as we can see over here. But I do collect the manuals for some of them. And so my plan is to get the cartridges that I have the manuals for into cases across the NES, Super Nintendo, and N64, as well as the handheld Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. So this will be a slow process because these game cases cost around $6 or $7, so I will be slowly upgrading all of my games, but I'm pretty excited to actually have them in a regular case, because before they were just in like a plastic protector case. This is nice because it has the spine labels and I can put them on a shelf and still see what game it is. So let's go ahead and get started and upgrade some games here. So we have the manuals, the cartridges, and the case. Here is the manual for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. It is a little bent, but it's still in one piece here. So I don't mind, but I do love having the manuals of these games. It's one, very nostalgic, and two, it makes the game feel complete, in my opinion. I guess it's just the era I grew up in. Cartridge. This is the gray version, and I do have a top label on it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it on there. It'll be fine. There was I think there was a gold card version of this, or like a collector's edition, I think, but I don't have that one. I have the gray one. Cartridges are pretty simple with the label on the front and the back, and that's about it. So the case is third party. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and I did have the option to get the retail box version, horizontal. But since I'll be putting them on a shelf, I figured I'll just get the vertical one so I can see the spine labels and everything here. Yeah, Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And my favorite part is the game just having the cartridge, just nothing else with it. And that's it. I love having the little extras with it. Like I said, it feels complete in my opinion. So let's complete the first one. So we have a very shiny case, the manual going in right there, and then the game will sit right here. It's kind of loud getting the cartridge in there, but look, it is complete in the box. I mean, complete for me. I don't mind not having the cardboard variant. I think these are more protective anyway, and I can open the case and take the game out when I want to play it, and don't have to worry about messing with the cardboard. Our next one up is Jet Force Gemini instruction booklet. Looks pretty nice in my opinion. Some of them you never know, you get an instruction booklet and sometimes they look great and sometimes it looks like it was dunked in the toilet. It is amazing. Jet Force Gemini, published by Rare. When Rare was in its heyday. Four-player. Looks pretty good. Not too bad. An all-new interstellar adventure from Rare. Pretty crazy. I mean, it was new then, yeah. Oh, I do love how it tells you how many players and if you need the rumble pack or memory card. Also supports 16:9 widescreen. Very cool. Especially for then. Spine. Jet Force Gemini. And the back. The insect invasion has begun. You get to play as two characters. I don't remember their names. Or if they have them, I'm not sure. Oh, Juno, Vela, and their faithful dog, Lupus. So there you go. They are the Jet Force Gemini team. Let's get so satisfying seeing this game in manual in a case. I don't know about you all, but might be just nerding out a little bit, so excuse me. That's the second one ready. We've got 5 more. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. Rayman 2 instruction booklet. It is a little crinkled and such, but still in one piece, and does the job of being a manual with controllers, maps, and how to play the game. Controlling the character powers. I don't know, I loved checking on the manual, Rayman's friends. To know about the enemies' characters, magic objects, all the different objects in the game. Sometimes there's a story with it. And at the end, there's usually advertisements for something. Proof of purchase. It looks like you might have been able to send for something in. Interesting. Rocket robot on wheels. I do not have that game. Here is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. In a green cartridge. A odd color. Most of the games were gray on the system, but there were some that had colored cartridges. Green being one of them. Black, yellow, red, I think also. And I think there was blue. It was a blue cartridge. Label on top still. I will leave that there. Let's take a look at the case. Rayman 2, The Great Escape. With how many players? Single. This one uses the memory card and the expansion pack. There was another expansion pack that added more memory to the N64. There were a few games that required it, and there were some games that just became enhanced. So it looks like this game was enhanced by it. Pretty cool. On the back, the nice blurb. Screenshots of gameplay. Very cool. It's a 3D platformer. I don't think I ever finished this game, so definitely is the last Nintendo 64 game we have. Pilot Wings 64. Instruction manual. And I realized when going through my manuals that I accidentally bought 2 of these. Oops. The pilots. The cartridge. Pilot Wings 64. Gray cartridge. Sticker on top. Pretty clean looking. I try to clean them up as best I can. Let's have a look at the case. Pilot Wings 64. Looks different from the label. There's a couple of pilots, it looks like. Single player. Apparently it doesn't use rumble or anything like that. It might, I don't know. The spine. Pilot Wings 64. And the back with the blurb and the screenshots of gameplay. Even have hang glider in this game. I don't remember that being in the Super Nintendo version. Pilot several different vehicles and take in the breathtaking sights. Aerial challenges. The gyrocopter. I definitely don't remember that in the Super Nintendo one. Hang glider. Save your progress in memory. So it might need the memory card cartridge. Or it might just have one on board. I don't remember. Let's open it up. And get this one packed in there. Manual. And cartridge. There it is, all nestled in. It's a beautiful case there. Another one complete. The final 3 are NES games, so inside, as was common during that time. But still, with the how to play controls, enemies, and the different, let's say, different objects and things or power-ups that could be there. Ooh, there's some play hints in this one too. Let's have a look at the cartridge. Different style cartridge on the NES. They were rather tall and slim. Not much going on the back. The label came across the top and over the front. Arcade hit. And it had this ribbed part on the cartridge. Never really knew why. Let's look at the case. The same size as the N64 cases. Karnov by Data East published it. Licensed for Nintendo. Very cool. I like how they have like I don't know, it's not like the whole page, but it's kind of inlaid in like a little screenshot there with the name. It's cool. The spine says Nintendo Entertainment System. There's a label at the top, so you know what system they are. I think it's different on each system. They did something different, which is cool. Karnov on the side, so you can tell what it is. On the back, we have some screenshots of gameplay. Karnov is a fire-breathing Russian. He runs, swims, jumps, climbs, and flies. And I'd say there's only 9 levels, but I do believe they are tough because most games that were arcade games are a little tough because, you know, they need your money. But it's pretty neat that they ported it to the NES. And goodness, look. Data East. Alrighty, let's open it up. And grab the Karnov manual. Now if I want it, I guess vertical would fit best. And there it is. Manual sliding. There we said, it is very satisfying to me to have it all together in the case. We have Solomon's Key instruction manual. Solomon's Key. Let's see if it still is a little boring on the inside with the non-color formats. Secrets. Secrets, and they give you some techniques. That's why you gotta love manuals. But, I mean, then you kind of needed them. Now you just Google everything. But, I'm old. I still like holding paper every once in a while. That's unfortunate. But, you can kind of see it from here, but, oh, that's really weird. At least, most of the manual's okay. It's only in the back. And let's look at the cartridge. Solomon's Key. Unlock Solomon's secrets. I've never played this game. I recently picked it up. Game I always wanted to pick up. Not like a holy grail or anything, but just something that interested me. And here we are, finally have it. Solomon's Key. I guess I can take off this sticker, which hopefully doesn't leave a residue. Oh yeah, that's gonna leave a residue, look at that. I might just leave it on for now and then get some goo gone and take care of that. Those game stores that use those heavy duty stickers. Let's see the case. Solomon's Key. Looks just like the label art, which is interesting. It's not always the same. The arcade hit. I never played this in the arcade. I did not know it was an arcade game. Solomon's Key spine. Pretty good looking. I mean, as far as spines go. Let's have a look at the back. Special bonus offer. Collect Tecmo's ID badges. I have no idea what that was. I'm sure it was on the back of the original box. But you and Dana, the Wizard of Lyrak, must unlock Solomon's Scroll of Secrets to restore peace in the constellations. Neat. So I was thinking this was more like puzzle platformer, and I think it's a little different from that, so we will see let's open this up and get these two things in their home. So, manual on one side, game on the other. Alright, all in there. I had to reseat this off camera. These tabs on the bottom are a little annoying, but it is in the case, all nice and snug, complete with the manual and safe and sound tucked in there. Our final game, we have Castlevania, the first Castlevania on the NES. How to play, that's what it says. Not even instruction manual. This one is pretty crispy, I have to say. That kind of looks like a Famicom controller. I don't think they put the NES picture on there, they just kind of went, eh. Still in black and white, though. Creatures that are in the game. The Count. I don't know if I've come across him, but I didn't get very far in the game. Different weapons. Welcome to Castlevania. Ooh. A little map. And you can put your high scores there too. Let's look over the cartridge. Castlevania, published by Konami. Get that, Dracula's Castle. The label on top has a little nick in it, but oh well. These cartridges are old. But otherwise in pretty good condition. Let's have a look at the case. Castlevania. I believe this is the NES box art, which they try to do, but I think some of them they have other ones you can pick. Castlevania. Looks like they changed the, yeah, I guess they didn't put that C on there. Probably very tricky. They changed the font of it, but that's okay. Castlevania. You know exactly what it is. And the back. Enter at your own risk. With screenshots of the game. I love the Castlevania games. They are pretty fun to play. For sure. Let's open it up and put this last game to bed. So we've got manual. And nestled in their cases with the manuals. I am pretty excited to have a few more games that are updated and completed. Well, completed is my version of completed. If you are still looking to relax and unwind, check the description for ASMR playlists. And I will see you in the next one.